It is with great pleasure and enormous pride that I am able to welcome parents, teachers, and graduates, their families all across the globe, to the 2021 graduation ceremony at the American School of Kuwait. Of course, we all hope to be together in person. However, circumstances have us coming together tonight, tightly woven in spirit, but from the comfort of our own homes. Tonight is a night of tremendous celebration. You have earned this moment of recognition, and although today is a day full of joy, you are left wishing for that one last opportunity to see the school, friends, and teachers one last time. I am here to attest to the fact that although today might not be that day, you will have your chance to reunite. You may not know how or when, but the opportunity will come. I can say this because I also left ASK years ago with a heavy heart, thinking I would not return, but here I am. The last time I was asked to give a speech for an ASK senior class was in 2003, just before my daughter was born. Remarkably, I have found myself on this stage once again, 18 years later, addressing the senior class, but this time with that same daughter as a member of the graduates. Your graduating class has once again become like my own family, and I arrive at this place full of the same love of my students that I felt all those years ago, but this time for you and the joy you bring into my heart each day. To the outstanding graduating class of 2021, I can offer the following. You never know where life will take you, but your experiences have shaped and prepared you for what lies ahead. If there are any takeaways from the unprecedented challenges that you have faced in the past year, it would be to plan for next steps, but to also be open to and embrace the opportunities of the unexpected. You have grown as young adults through these experiences in ways that you never could have dreamed. The pandemic has changed the course of history in education, in communication, and simply in the ways that we live our lives. You are the students who will be at the forefront of rebuilding our world through change and growth. Don't shy away from the challenges to come, wishing for a return to what is comfortable and known. Rather, embrace the newness of what lies ahead and create the world that you want to live in. Always look for the silver linings because you will find one in every difficult situation. Be happy, be strong, and most of all, always follow your heart as it will guide you to where you are meant to be. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the graduates of the American School of Kuwait, class of 2021.
سبيانة عبد الخالق، ملك عبد الله، لؤلؤة آغا، سارة أحمد، أحمد أحمد، آية العظم، خالد المنور، جود الشيتي، روان الأحمد، سارة العجمي، ليانا العوضي، عبد الله الهين، فيصل الجلال، رغد الكندري، سارة العثمان، عبد الرزاق القائل، فيصل الروضان، جود الصانع، تالة السنعوسي، عبد الله الشريدة، دلال الشريدة، فاطمة الشريدة، محمد العبد الرزاق، لولوى العلي، رانيا العتيقي، علي العطار، صالح البدر، جنى البحر، منيرة البحر، عبد الله الدخيل، رحب الدويسان، مريم الدعيج، بدر العيسى، عبد المحسن العنزي، عبد الرحمن الفضلي، شاهين الغانم، غالية الغنيمن، جود الهاجري، عبد العزيز الحساوي، نور الحسن، فواز الهزاع، مشاري الهزاع، شهد الكندري، دانا الكندري، فؤاد الخضرة، نوار الخالد، لولوى الخرافي، ثانية الميل، خالد الماجد، وسن الماجد، لولوى المنصور.
Hi, I'm Alina Romanowski, the U.S. Ambassador to Kuwait. I'm honored today to address the class of 2021 graduates of the American School of Kuwait. Thank you, Superintendent Michael Murphy, for the kind invitation to speaking again this year. I also want to extend my greetings to the faculty and staff of ASK, as well as the parents and family members of today's graduating seniors. To the class of 21, whom we celebrate today, congratulations. Your journey to this day did not come without challenges, sacrifices, determination, grit, sweat, and likely even a few tears, but you persevered. You should be proud. Today is a proud day for all the parents, mentors, and teachers who believed in you and pushed you to new bounds. We thank them all. As a member of the ASK community, you have been privileged to grow up in one of the world's most diverse and academically rich environments, and now it is the time to enter the next chapter of your life. The COVID-19 pandemic is a reminder that your generation will be called upon to deal with future crises. But we can and must use this past year as a constructive reminder that we need to work even more closely together to solve the health, environment, social, and other problems that we see. As we all emerge from this pandemic, you can remake the world as it should be. As you make your way in life, through college and beyond, do not forget that we rise by lifting others. Let your generation be one that continues to set the terms for a more inclusive economy and systems of healthcare, education, and justice. Making your mark on the world is hard. It takes patience, it takes commitment, it takes perseverance, something you all know about. It comes with plenty of setbacks and failures. But whenever you hear those voices that say you can't make a difference, let previous generations who have come before you give you hope. To those of you who are headed to universities in the United States, we at the U.S. Embassy stand ready to support you in any way that we can, from academic advising to visa services. Thank you for this opportunity to share this special day with you. You have my heartfelt congratulations and best of luck as you take the next step in your lives, wherever it takes you.
جوا المواشرجي أحمد المهري لولوى المضاف علي المضاف سالم المضاف سليمان الملا جنى الموسوي نورة المثيري عمر المثيري ندى المطوع مناف المزيني نواف المزيني هيمة النفيسي دانا القبندي نجيب الرفاعي فيصل الرفاعي أحمد السعدون خالد الصباح فاطمة الصباغ هيا الصبيح اللولو السعيد عيسى الصالح محمد الصراف ناصر الشمري عبد المحسن الشرهان سلطان الشهاب محمد الشويعي حوراء السليمان زينة التركيت عائشة الوزان شيخة الوزان عبد الله الزلزلة ليسا أندرسون نايا أنتون يوسف أشكناني راني عاصي دي مينا عازمي محمد باهي كايل بالاسينغم يوسف بعرور فهد بستكي شهد بستكي كرم بايركتر جوري بهبهاني يوسف بهبهاني عمر بيبي لين بداي فهد ورسلي جود وحيمد عتلاي هاندن رنين شديد الأسعد.
It is with great pleasure and honor that I stand before you as the salutatorian of the ASK class of 2021. Walt Disney once said, "All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them." And I'd like you all to reflect on this as we reminisce on the journey of the... Oisa, what are you doing here? This is my time to practice the speech.
No, Livesey said I was giving a joint speech with the salutator.
Yeah.
You're the salutatorian.
Yeah.
I have to... Okay. Okay. It is with great pleasure and honor that I stand before you as the valedictorian of ASK Class of 2021. Walt Disney once said, all our dreams can come true if we have the courage
Isa,
to...
what are you doing? I just said that.
No, you didn't?
Yes, I did. Anyways, what's funny is when I first got the call from Miss Livesey about this speech, my gut instinct was to ask whether this was going to be summative.
And when I first found out it was a joint speech, my gut instinct was to ask whether we'd be graded individually or as a group. In all seriousness, though, we have spent the past 5 years competing for basically everything. So when we both got the call saying that we'd be giving this speech together, it felt like a really fitting conclusion.
And we then proceeded to play rock, paper, scissors over Zoom to decide who said which parts of that introduction.
Or we can't actually tell them that in the speech when we're...
All right, okay. Wait, here's the part where I talk about the class of 2021.
Yeah.
Okay, so I really want to thank this graduating class for welcoming me into their community. And when I first came to ASK in sophomore year, it could have been really hard to fit in. But from the very first day, I sat with my now closest group of friends during lunch, and this class really embraced me with open arms. I remember my first class at ASK was A period psychology, and after being almost 15 minutes late because I was lost, I thought it was going to be a pretty tough day. But then during lunch, I was identified by a group of girls as the girl who was late to psychology with Mr. Dunn, and now I guess I can thank my tardiness for giving me some of the best friends I could have asked for.
So I switched here in 9th grade as well, and I do really want to emphasize that, on the first day I was a new student here. I switched without really knowing anyone, and consistently over the course of the past 4 years, this community has made me feel so welcomed, and I can't really thank you all enough for that, especially for those of you who I'm lucky enough to call my friends. Thank you, and I appreciate you so much. We all remember the bubble. We all have a love-hate relationship with it. I'm sure most of us have a story or two about it as well. And the thing is, that building isn't there anymore. In the same way that if I say Miss Hawkins or Miss Wickersheim, you all probably have a memory or a story about them, something popped into your head, but they aren't here anymore as well. So I think that's kind of what I want to emphasize. We're an international school. Teachers and students stop in and leave all the time, but we kind of keep that sense of community. I think that's what made us so resilient in distance learning is, we still had school clubs, MUN, the honor societies, Roots and Shoots, Compassion Club, and we were really able through that to maintain that sense of community, and I admire that about this class. And of course, I do have to include a cheesy thank you to my parents as well. I can guarantee they're not expecting one. But thank you for both of you. You've both been so supportive of all my decisions, both the good ones and the incredibly stupid ones. And I also really appreciate that you've let me name you Spawn Point and my contacts. That's really great. And finally, of course, I would like to thank my brother and sister. You guys have...
That's my line. You're an only child. But seriously, this wouldn't be a graduation speech without thanking those people who got us to where we are today. So I am going to thank my brother and his little family and my sister for providing me with unconditional support throughout my 18 years. And obviously, I also want to thank my parents, who always stood by me, regardless of whatever position I was in. They were always there by my side. And I would also like to thank my 2-year-old nephew, who refuses to pronounce the R in my name, and still hasn't gotten to the point to help me with my physics homework yet, but is a constant joy in my life whenever I see him.
I'd like to end by personally thanking the people who keep this school running, my teachers over the past 4 years. Thank you all, especially to the English department, because I really do not want you guys critiquing this speech. To thank you also to the custodial staff, the guards, the cafeteria staff, everyone who keeps the school running every day. And finally, a thank you to Mr. Murphy, Miss Livesey, the number of times I've walked into your office or sent you a critical email, and you guys have put up with that, and with me being just a general pest. It's a miracle you guys have been so patient with me over the course of the last 4 years.
And seriously, in my 3 years, I've come across a lot of teachers, and I can truly say that every single one of them has managed to teach me something that I can really take away, outside of the course curriculum, of course. So I want to take this opportunity to thank Miss Crace for always being there for me, and for truly upholding the name Mama Crace. I also like to thank Miss El Hussein, who managed to make me actually enjoy chemistry, after I'd already decided I hated it. And Mr. Wilcox, for just being one of the best teachers I've ever encountered.
Really?
The faculty and admin here at ASK have done so much, and have been so accommodating this past year. From figuring out how to use so many different apps and websites at the beginning of the year, to still figuring out a way to still stay close to the students. And in return, us students have tried to be patient and accepting towards them, because this really hasn't been an easy year for any of us. And I think that's the best gift we could have given each other during this hectic time. And it's truly a fitting farewell from the class of 2021. Wait, should I say to ASK or the class of 2020?
No, that sounds fine. I think the way it is.
All right, sounds good. So are we good to record now?
Yeah. That was
What?
the final version.
All right.
Mark Shalal. Maryam Erwish. نور درويش حيدر دشتي James Doherty Dali Durrani Sara اللبابيدي سلمى المباشر فرح القشاوي عمر الوصيف يعقوب إسماعيل ملك غيث معاذ جرين صالح حيدر جود حلال جيسيكا هانا هيجين هونغ رحمة حسين حمد إبراهيم سلمى إسماعيل محمد جبان يوسف جاد Jonathan James لانا كامل Robert Kehoe Hyunsuk Lee Nabil Lakmin Karen Mada Tamara Mamluk Kadi Mandani Ali Mneme Omar Mneme Magid Muhammad Sulaiman Muhammad Kauthar Muhammad Hassan Mshahid Celine Na'mani Diego Ochoa Helves Malak Amran Layal Qaddoumi علي رضا علي رماني جاسم شهاب ملك شبل رنيم سليمان سيف الدين سويلم Amira Tonoli Salim Tafuni Raneem Tulba Robert Joaquin Selena Zainuddin.
Good evening. We would like to thank everybody from around the world for joining us this evening. Graduates, you may now turn your tassels from right to left. Congratulations, as you are the American School of Kuwait graduating class of 2021. We wish you all the best.
Congratulations. Mabruk. Good luck.